Hey guys!
Hi, everybody. Welcome back, everybody, to Shadowrun Mission Chicago Arc with Rem Alternus. It's been a week, and today is a day. That said, we're going to get away from all of that and dive into this with our cast here today. Let's just do a quick recap where we were at. Let's go with Chris. Tell us the recap. Give us what's the recap here.
So last we ran, we were on our way to get to meet up with Sam Gambetti, a fight promoter at the
Sid.
Oh, Sid Gambetti, even better. Sid is a way nicer name than Sam. But yeah, we were on our way to meet Mr. Gambetti when we came across a broken down van, or what it seemed, and something was quite off. So when we went to investigate, turns out it was a gang of ghouls attempting to abduct a kid and his family, essentially. And a fight broke out. Lapel misted a dude's brain, and I passed out in the street. And I believe that's where we left off.
Did you just like fuck up everyone's name?
No, he called me Lapel, which is fine.
That's his nickname, right?
I
There's
thought
several.
I thought you were
His name is
you were
Etienne.
by Etienne.
Well, that's his first name, but apparently everyone else were having like cool nicknames and stuff, so he came up with his own.
I have a question for Tech Tom. Chris's name is different than the rest of ours. We're all with like light blue and like.
I stand apart. I'm the black sheep.
Okay, it's coming. It was really distracting to me. I keep staring at it.
we just wanted to make sure like it didn't mean he was dead or something, because
Right.
you know, red is dead. But he's not dead. He's
Nations.
he was just having a little bit of a freak out, a little bit of an episode, if you will. And so yeah, that's where we're at. So somebody, if I recall, just brained the ghoul. Yep, that was that. So that happened, and now as they're kind of considering getting back into the van, I think, or did everyone get back into Darcy?
Yes. Remember, I had to lift somebody in the van. I had levitated someone in the
We
van.
had loaded the family
Yeah.
up and closed the doors, and as we were driving off and the doors were shutting, that's when Etienne took his shot.
That's right.
So the
Didn't
family
somebody
and the
trank
kid
patch
didn't have
the
to
kid?
see.
Yeah, I trank patched the kid.
All right. Well, so with that, we are driving to the vault. It's quiet in the van, as I imagine Satchel's kind of sitting in the back, kind of head down. The two adults are a little passed out. No one's stim patched them. Give them a little bit of time; they'll get up. And then the boy was tranked and is now laying, probably in the Valkyrie module, even though it's not on and he doesn't need it. But you know, it's a place where he can fit comfortably. What's the mood here in the van after that?
I'm meditating, right? Because I'm trying to heal from my stun. I'm stunned, right?
You did take some stun damage. That's true. So.
And my spirit is just floating around, right?
Yeah, it's out there. You can, if you need it, it'll swing back to you.
Weren't they arguing about something?
No, we just got back in the truck, or in the van, and now we're heading back to Sid. So
that's right. We can't be arguing because Satchel's passed out. So
there you go.
So
and you're meditating, so we're good.
well.
Okay.
So for the three who are focused right now, I say we go meet Sid and then wake these 3 up and see where they want to be dropped, where it would be safe.
Do you think they're going to be asleep the whole time we're in our meeting, or should we take them to some sort of facility that can look after them? I don't want someone waking up in the back of the van and...
Well, we're in the CZ, so there's probably nowhere to really take them that's safe. Like, hey, hold these unconscious people for a while. Unless you've got contacts I don't.
I don't know.
And you're really only a few blocks away at this point.
A few blocks from Sid?
From the vault, yeah.
So I think the kid will be out. We could just put another trank patch on each of the parents and deal with them after.
I mean, not sure they need more stress put on their system. I'm not a doctor, but that seems...
I think the stress is going to come when they wake up.
Yeah, that's a fair point. But I mean, drugging them more than whatever happened to them. Yeah, I guess it's one way. It's one way to put them in a stasis, whatever.
Or when we go in for the meet, someone can stay here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind staying back to check on them.
All right, then Gertrude and I will go in. We still don't know what's happening with Satchel. I believe Kaida said it wasn't anything magical. He just looked like he was suffering. So, you know, great time to flake out, but
I mean,
Oh, wait, are you... What? Is somebody talking about me? I have a thing where if someone mentions my name while I'm meditating, I wake up.
It's called hearing, but you know.
Did someone say something about Kaida?
Yes, we did. We said how you had a sensed Satchel and couldn't find anything wrong with him, correct?
Yes. I couldn't find anything wrong with him. But are we trying to figure out what are we doing? Are we there yet?
Almost. We're talking about what we're gonna do. I'm gonna stay behind to check on the patients, if you will.
Well, I suggest Satchel stay too then, because he's in no condition to work.
Well,
Okay.
since we're gonna split the team, maybe we should have a plan.
They're going in to talk to the guy who's giving us the job. I don't think we need to go overboard with planning. They just go in, they talk to the guy, they come back out, and we do go to the job.
So essentially, the plan is to not plan and just to wing it.
Because we're not to the part where we do a plan yet. We need to know what job it is. We're just going in talking to the guy.
Fine.
Well, you know what? There you go, Olga. The plan is that I stay back in the car with him and the patient, and you guys go in and talk to the guy. And if something goes wrong, you call me, I go in. There's your plan.
Well, maybe I should go with you. I mean, I'm a little stunned, but I've got a spirit in case anything goes left.
Kaida, why don't you come in with us and cast Mind Net, and that way they can hear the conversation as well.
Don't we already have Mind Net? It's already up. That's why I took the stun.
If you haven't turned it off, then we're fine.
Yeah. I'm saying in case anything pops off. You know, that's an old phrase now. But popping off is what kids used to say back in like 2010, 20. You know what I'm talking about? No,
just wasn't alive then. So
okay, I'm sorry.
let's
I'm an old head.
Let's move forward then. Gertie, we're closing in, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, you notice as you're kind of coming down the main thoroughfare there, there's a very large building. It's got a couple of garage entrances that kind of go down underneath the building, and those are blocked. So there's no traffic that goes through them, but a lot of people are kind of milling around. A lot of people are walking in and out of that area. There seem to be some people that are kind of just standing there. From what you can see as you're turning in, there's a large parking lot just across the street. Perfect
Etienne,
for.
we had
Yes.
asked you before running a little run-in back there. We had asked you to do some recon on the vault and find out some information on it.
Well, we started. Well, as you said, we were interrupted before I could do much of that. But if you give me a few minutes, I can. I'll get back to it.
Do you like type with your fingers? Like how long?
Yeah,
does it
yeah,
take to
just like.
recon?
And as he's gonna go in the Matrix and try and find what he has to find.
Love it.
I'll pull into this parking lot that's across the street, at least for now. And if it looks like we need to move, then we can move it.
Kaido, would you like to do some astral reconnaissance? See if you find anything about security?
Sure. Yes, I'll sense.
Damn it.
Do I need to run? Do I need to do a test for that?
So hold on one second. Let's see what we got here.
Wait a second. Do I have anything I can use? I cannot use that edge. Someone asked me to blow shit up with it. So yeah, no, that's what I get. One hit.
All right. With one hit, you kind of find some information about the vault. It's sort of it's not a community center per se, but it is a center of the community. So the difference being like a community center would be a place you go and can kind of take care of your community, kind of, better things, a place for people to keep out of trouble. Rather, this is more of a place that everyone likes to go because it's where things are happening. In particular, the vault itself is a fighting pit.
All right. Well, he's gonna, while unconscious, he's gonna feed all that information to everyone's comlink.
All right.
Have it.
The other thing too is, as I said, as you're kind of pulling in here, there's a lot of people here. It's not it's not like a lot of places in the zone where the streets are relatively empty and maybe there's like one or two sort of street folk scrappers and scroungers that are just around. There's quite a few people here, and as you kind of sense the area, it's just, unless there's something specific you're looking for, there's just so many people here that it's a riot of color and auras.
Talking to me?
Yep. The aura seeing
I was
guy.
actually listening. I thought you were talking to him, but I actually was listening. Okay, great. So I heard auras and I was like, oh, okay. Hey guys, there's a lot of people here and there's way too many auras for me to focus on one specifically. Like, I don't know who the guy you're talking to is. I can't tell through all of this, but it's a lot of people here and it's not really like any place that I've been since I got to Chicago a month ago.
Well, I believe he said he'd be just to the side of the ring, so we can just go in and look for him. Any information though on any kind of spiritual security or?
Who?
You don't notice any. There is some spirit traffic here. You don't, in just a short period of time, see if any of them are meant to
Malignant.
respond somehow, or are tied to the location.
Yes. So since there's so many people here, I assume that there's some awakened folks here. We wokes like to travel in in large groups. So
Did you
I
just
feel
call yourself a wokes?
They don't sleep.
yes, that's a slang when you are awakened, when the magic, it's past
love
tense.
that.
So
Dan,
I'm now
people, make that canon.
The wokes.
Folks.
Us
It used to
wokes,
mean
yes.
something different.
And back in 2020, but that was before.
The
Never
wokes are
mind.
coming.
The wokes are coming. Yes, that's when the wokes became awoken. So either way, I can't tell if any of the spirits are tied to this place, but I'll just throw a suggestion out there. I mean, if they've got spirits and you don't have a spirit, you might need one.
Well, here's the thing, though. There's a lot of fighters in there. We're not going in there to fight. So
Oh,
if something attacks this place, there's going to be lots of things defending it, metas and spirits and the like. So I think we're safe, Ida. I know you're worried.
I
but
guess I was worried about not necessarily something attacking the place as much as us.
I'm really not worried about that here. It'd be real
Okay.
stupid to attack us in public when we're guests of an organization.
But what if this is okay?
But
I'm
do you think it's some
suspicious.
kind of setup?
I always think it's a setup. I grew up on the streets. I don't trust nobody.
All right. Well, sorry for that. Let's go in. And find Sid.
Etienne is gonna come back to his sense, making sure that he's awake to check people over. Not very useful to leave him behind if he's passed out in the Matrix watching YouTube videos.
Kaida, Gertrude, are you coming inside?
Yeah, I'll come inside. Etienne, if somebody needs some medical assistance, you can just put them in the Valkyrie module and you just push this button right here and it'll take care of it for you.
All right.
Also, my net is still up, so just don't yell into my mind. I still have a migraine.
Fair.
I do
enough.
too, because it might have something to do with being mind netted with you all.
Is that shade?
I just roll my eyes and keep walking.
All right.
I look at Satchel and go, I think that was shade.
Satchel's all
Oh,
catatonic and not paying
he's passed
attention.
out. Fine.
He hears it while comatose.
Yes.
We'll talk about it later. But I mean, I mind netted him, so he can hear me.
Okay. So with that, the three of you approach one of the entrances, and you see there that there's, like I said earlier, you notice that there are some people that seem to be stationed maybe at the doors, and you realize that both of them are dressed in Desolation Angels colors, and one of them actually you kind of recognize from back at the triangle where you guys stayed, and the other one you don't recognize. Both of them are elves. We'll do a quick push here. And that. And as people are kind of coming in, they're mostly looking over whoever is walking and just kind of getting a gauge of who the perhaps clientele are tonight. Just really looking for any trouble. As you get closer, the green-haired elf kind of looks up. Oh, hey! Oh, you're the you're the elf that was down at the shelter, right? Talking to Kaida.
Why?
Just hi.
And then so I turned straight to Flea. Yo, I told you something was fishy. We walk in here and the first thing he just notices me. Isn't that weird?
He noticed
Am I being paranoid?
the place that we're staying, where you should kind of be aware of who's around you. In nice social situations, Kaida, you respond by saying, "Hello, good to see you again." This is how we make friends.
I'll try. I mean, I know how to make friends. I just okay. Hello. Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. I'm just, I'm cautious. Being in Chicago's kind of got me a little on edge. It wasn't like this in Japan.
I didn't know you were from Japan.
No, I'm not from Japan. I just
Yeah,
came here from
he
Japan.
doesn't look Japanese at all.
Well,
I mean, I don't know.
Whoa! What does a Japanese elf look like?
Not black and furry.
Like,
I love how Derrier, like on your show, you are so chill and you're like, let's all understand each other. And here you're just like, let me attack anyone who speaks.
Everybody
I'm
can get
the
these
main
hands.
character.
Rated E for everyone.
Look,
Yeah.
I'm in character. My character is he's about that life, and me, I'm all like I'm a flower child, but my character is not. My character wants all the smoke.
I feel like your catchphrase is like, "Don't come at me, I'm coming at you." Like,
I'm gonna get you first. Yeah. That's pretty much Kaida's catchphrase.
Cobra
Yeah,
Kai all the way.
at first, like, there's this sort of half embarrassed, sort of awkward look. It's that when you catch somebody in something where you're like, no, what do you mean?
Right.
And then she just kind of postures up and says, "Hey, frag off. Wait, just go inside. Frag, do you think you are?"
I kind of,
And then I mind that to everybody. No, she didn't. She did not.
I'm gonna put
Am I?
my hand on Kaida's shoulder and kind of usher him in front of me and kind of look apologetically at her.
Through the
She just
mind
kinda
that Etienne is gonna go like, Tabarnak. You guys, I saw you just got out. What's going on now? And he's screaming on the mind net. What's going on?
And then I go to Gertie. You better get her. Whoever she was, you better get her. I got my spirit on deck.
She was our friend from where we spent the night last month when you had such a bad headache. And we gave them coffee, soy calf.
Okay.
Did you not recognize the symbols on their jackets?
I didn't really recognize her. I told you I was freaked out because we just had that conversation about this possibly being a setup. And I walk into a room and somebody's like, "Hey, you," and I know where you live. Does nobody else follow that train of thought to why I thought that was suspicious?
No, it's just you and your crazy town head.
Gertie will smile and wave to the Desolation Angel ladies as we walk by and go, "Hi, thanks. Bye."
Yeah, the one with the green hair just kind of sneers. Her mood looks to be shattered. Good job, Kaida. The other one kind of smiles half-heartedly and says, "Yeah, have fun in there. Okay." So yeah, it's a charred and pitted building. Lots of, like I said, lots of vehicles, lots of people are here. Some of the nicest vehicles that you'll find in the CZ are around here. All of them run. And as you enter and kind of walk down into this large garage area, you get a sense, especially Gertie, just because just the knowledge of vehicles and the like, that this probably was some sort of maybe like a taxi depot or something. And yeah, it's just filled not with vehicles though, with people. Lots of people milling around, lots of noise. There's actually a sort of area that's kind of lower than the rest, where they've put seating around, and you can kind of make out what looks to be a fighting ring over there, and it's kind of the source of most of the noise. And then just kind of beyond to the side, there is what appears to be a bar set up, and several people are in that area as well.
Flea, did you know who we're looking for?
When he made his call, did I see what he looked like on the comm?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, if I see him, I'll know him. He said he was going to be near the ring, right around the edge of it. So, um, let's look there.
All right. So, heading towards the ring, you do notice several people kind of standing around. And then just on the other side of the ring, you actually see the guy that had called before.
I'll look at Gertrude and Kaida and kind of nod over to him and make our way.
It's really crowded. He kind of looks up and notices you, and then he's like, and a moment later, your comlink kind of goes off. Says, "Sorry you missed the fight, chummers. Who would have thought Garak would go down that fast? Anyways, give me a few minutes, then head back to the locker room. I'll introduce you to the champ, and we can talk biz." And with that, he's already walking with this large elf, just really like orc-sized elf, as they're walking kind of in towards the back and go through a set of double doors that lead presumably to the locker room.
All right, I'll signal for them to follow and take them that direction.
All right. As you're moving, a individual actually kind of postures up in your way, just kind of stands in front of you. He's an orc. He's got a sort of an American flag, UCAS flag, kind of in a bandana pulled over his head, and mirror shades on, even though we're inside underground. But whatever. Style's the thing. And he looks at you, Flea, and then he looks over at Kaida and just kind of sneers, and then he looks up at Gertrude and, "Hey, you fight?"
I try to fix more than I fight.
So what? You don't get down? And he kind of jerks his thumb towards the ring.
Not really. I mean, maybe if I have to, but I would rather help people than hurt them.
What about you? And he looks at Kaida. "You look a little skinny, but you fight?"
Your mom's skinny. Yeah, I fight.
What'd you say?
Huh? What did I
Did you say
say?
something? Did you say something about my mom?
Did you say something about your mother?
I didn't say nothing about you said something about
You sound pretty
about my
confused to me. Is what you sound. Are you sure what you're asking, buddy? Yes, I want to fight. We can fight right now. No, I'm just kidding.
Roll intimidate real quick.
Me intimidate?
Yes.
Awesome.
Roll intimidate real quick.
As soon as as soon as this starts, by the way, I want to take Gertrude's hand and
this is the guy.
and kind of lead her around. Because if he gets into it, we're gonna keep going.
Intimidate.
Do you have intimidate?
I don't think I have that.
So what you're gonna do is go.
Can I roll Atlanta since that's where I'm from?
No,
I feel like
you
that's
can't roll
intimidating.
Atlanta.
That's very intimidating.
You have intimidate. You have intimidate.
Can I roll
You
Atlanta?
do have
Because
it.
I went that block.
Roll Atlanta.
Oh, I see it. Intimidation. I see it. Okay. So just roll it? Okay. Boom.
Yeah, just roll it straight up. Yeah, so now roll reaction plus intuition. So just at the top there, reaction, and then when it asks for the other stat, intuition.
Reaction. Eeh. Looking for these things makes me feel like I'm an old man. Reactions under active skills?
It's under attributes, so up above the box above the skills.
Attributes. Thank you.
Yeah, reaction.
Reaction. Intuition.
Mm-hmm. And
Okay.
then, all right.
Okay.
So when you say, yeah, I'll fight, and you kind of step forward, just out of nowhere. I'm so sorry, Terrier.
Don't be sorry. Because you better remember, I've got a spirit that's supposed to protect me.
Right. So he just rears back and just boom punches you in the in the head.
Okay.
There's no dodging. There's getting hit.
Okay. Let's see where this goes.
All right, so go ahead and roll your primary armor, which is armor jacket under core combat info. Core
combat info, armor jacket, roll.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. Good roll. You don't die.
You thought he was gonna knock me out? I'm from Atlanta.
Oh, no. No, you get knocked out. You just don't die.
I get knocked out? Oh.
Yeah.
That's what that means?
Right. So let me explain this real quick. So 13p is his base damage. 8, because he sucker punched you. No, 8 is how many hits he got, and you were surprised, so you don't get a defense. 13 is his base damage, so he gets 8 net hits. That plus 13 is 21. So that's 21p coming your way, right? You only have 10. You only have 10. So that's like twice as much to kill you. However, you soak 7, so only 14. But because he isn't trying to actually kill you, he did this thing where he's splitting his damage between stun and physical. So half of that is physical, 7. The other half goes to your stun, which actually combines to 1 more physical for 8 physical, and you get knocked out. Probably gonna have a concussion. I'm sorry that this happened, people. So yeah, you guys, as you're kind of pulling Gertrude away, and kind of steps up like that, this dude just bop and kind of like.
Gertrude will she will make eye contact with this guy and very slowly lean down to pick up Kaida and put him over her shoulder and say, "That was not very nice. We're gonna go now."
As you leave, he's like, "It's not nice to talk about my mama." Even though what you said was like she's skinny, which most ladies probably at some point maybe might take as a compliment or not. I don't know, but you know, you didn't really say anything.
Is my spirit really not going to do anything? Because that's why I'm mad. If my spirit doesn't do something, then I have problems. Otherwise, I'm fine. I don't mind getting knocked out as long as my spirit come through with that savage.
Well, here's the thing. You want to tell him, Danny, or should I?
He was supposed to defend me.
I couldn't hear you, Danny, because Derrier was arguing.
I mean, I'll hear what you have to say.
So once you're unconscious, doesn't your spirit get released?
No. Once you die, it does.
I see.
If you go unconscious, you just can't issue it any new commands because you're
new commands.
Right.
So my previous command supposed to last for I'm sorry, I'm new to the game for everyone who's watching. I've not played this before. So the only reason I was so buck was because I had a spirit. And the way I was to understand it was that my spirit was gonna whatever order I gave my spirit, which was to protect the team for the next 24 hours. That he was going to do.
You didn't specify 24
But Danny
hours.
said it lasts until the next day.
So everything's good. When you wake up, you probably want to ask what happened.
Cool.
Like,
That
hey,
doesn't.
spirit, why you didn't have my back? That's messed
Can't you
up.
just tell me now?
No, right now you're unconscious, so
No,
shh.
you're unconscious. Because it's so the reason is not specific to like the mechanics of the game. The reason is actually like an in-game a reason of the world, right? So with
Okay.
that,
We all go to sleep sometimes.
I'm not going to
fine.
leave you on the ground, though. I'll bring you with us.
Right.
yeah,
Find you a nice chair.
she's got you like all cradled, you know. Like,
Spoiler. I'm gonna be mad when I wake up.
Gee, who knew?
I'll be quiet right now, but when I wake
Are
up,
you?
I'm gonna be talking again.
All
You're
right,
not
Chris
quiet.
Tucker.
So you make your way to the back room, and there's as you walk, you notice you hear kind of some sounds, and so you turn to a side door, poke your head in, and find a relatively clean, organized locker room. You see this guy Sid standing next to the elf that he had brought in, just kind of clapping him on the back, and then he looks up and sees you come in. And he's like, "Hey, it's good to see you." So, I just, I wanted to introduce you to the deadliest pit fighter here in the zone, Matt Wrath. Matt kind of looks up and just, all right, well,
Pleasure.
sorry you missed the fight. Yeah, sorry you missed the fight. Whoa, did I miss a fight? What's this?
Let's just say he's no longer going to be coming to negotiation meetings with us.
You have a very enthusiastic bouncer who takes his mother very seriously.
Bouncer? Oh, I mean, all them guys out there, you know, a bunch of hotheads wanna take a swing at the champ, you know. So any opportunity they get to like show off the skills and stuff, they take it. So, yeah. Which one was it?
Large orc was recruiting fighters.
He had a hat.
That don't.
He had sunglasses on inside and a bandana.
The UCAS flag bandana.
Was it?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. That guy's an idiot. Don't worry about him. I mean, you know, don't let him punch you or nothing. But any never mind. Okay,
What
all
was
right.
his name?
Who?
The orc we were just talking of. What was his name?
Oh, Garza. Miguel Garza. Yeah. He's you know, he's up and coming up in the, you know. He's an augmented fighter like Matt here. So
Cool.
they
Well, thank you.
right. Yeah. So it was oh yeah. All right. So I guess we'll talk biz now. So me and Matt here too. Matt knows lots of people around the zone. People looking for work. People, you know, I got connections. Is what I'm saying, right? I got connections, and people that's, you know, people that's looking for work like yous. People that's looking to hire, which is like matches up with you. Where, you know, the best docks are, where you get your primo gear. So, you know, just, and I wanted to kind of make my introduction to you by well, I made arrangements for you to meet with Johnson for data snatch. If you game, right? So yeah. He's just next door, and well, not next door, but next door in the clinic. If you give me a minute, I'm gonna go. I gotta get the champ's purse, and then I will take you guys over for introductions.
Fair enough.
Yeah, good. All right. I'll be right back. And with that, he hustles out the room.
as we're waiting, as he leaves, I'm gonna whisper down to my subvoke mic and just say, the mind net went down, so we can
That
communicate
happened.
there.
Oh, yeah. Thought it was pretty quiet, says Etienne through SDNI.
Kaida behaved as we expect Kaida to behave, so he's unconscious, but we're gonna go ahead and continue with the meet.
Okay. Want to bring him in the truck?
We'll wait until after the meeting.
Can I take a
Okay.
minute to look him over and make sure that there's no permanent damage, that he's not dying while I'm holding him?
Good
Make
girl,
a
Jen.
make a medicine check.
As I'm talking to them in the subvoke, and I see Gertrude start to mess with him, I'm like, "Do not wake him up."
Stan laps it up and he looks over at Sasha. He's like, hey, buddy. Yep, still not up. All right, well, let me know.
Can I?
Will do.
No. All right. So yeah,
Can I-
so he's not gonna die. But you are worried maybe there might be a little bit of a concussion. Probably could use some treatment to get him back on his feet a little bit faster when the time comes. Unfortunately, oh yeah, he's the one with the healing magic. So unless you find someone else that's willing to do it. That said, about this time, Matt kind of looks up. You should before you go talk to Becky 99. She's in the there's a market between here and the clinic. She's good people. Works in kind of the same sort of things like what Sid's doing, I guess. But yeah,
Appreciate
you should
it.
talk to her.
Thank you. And your name was Matt, correct? And I'll offer my hand.
He takes it softly. Yeah, Matitude, and then he flexes, and it's
Hold on.
quite flexy.
Oh, oh my.
Why do you do that?
So, very nice to meet you, Matitude.
Yeah, nice to meet you too. At that point, your comlink chirps. It says, "I'll be a while. Damn lowlifes. Head over to the clinic. Dr. Tate is waiting for you."
All right. Well, it looks like duty calls. I'll ping Matitude my my comm digits. If you ever need any work, we're around.
Some work.
Right. You better work. Okay.
I mean, that's a beefy elf right there. It's that was nice to. I feel like what's her face in Captain America? How she touches the chest.
Right. All right. So yeah, with that, you kind of head back down the way you were coming to meet up with this Dr. Tate. Do you mention that at all? Because that was on your comm for Fleet.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Etienne know we're meeting a Dr. Tate in the clinic, but on the way is a market, and we were given a lead to stop and talk to a Becky 99.
Ah, bah oui. Betty, je la connais, elle. C'est une bonne personne. Ouais, ouais.
Oh, you know her?
Yeah.
I have a little French, so.
Yeah, I know her. I'm sorry. I know it's a mind link thing. I was still messed up between my. Anyway, yes, I know her. She's a good one.
All right, we'll stop by on the way.
Okay.
Do you know Dr. Tate's first name? Or a picture?
I don't. But it's a clinic. We're going to ask for a Dr. Tate. I'm sure they'll know who to direct us to.
Okay, I also know a Dr. Tate. That's why I was asking.
Oh, neat. Well, maybe you can lead the conversation in that case. All right, so off to Becky 99 in the market first.
All right, so
well, I mean, she Becky, she's a good one. You know, she leads the angels, les anges.
Becky.
But I mean, do take her seriously. She's a gang leader, you know.
Once again, Kaida is unconscious, so I'm not too worried.
Good.
All right. So on the map, there's 3 buildings that are sort of linked together that you can move from one to the other without actually going outside. One of them, of course, is the fighting pit, represented by a big fist. Then there's the market. The market is sort of imagine a like a U-store building, right? Like where you can take stuff and just kind of store it inside of the various little rooms. So imagine one of those, but all the doors most of the doors are just open, and they have converted them all into like a flea market of stalls.
All right. So Etienne, any suggestions on what Becky might look like? There's a lot of stalls in here.
Oh, and I mean, she's about, and he turns like the visual on this comlink. She's about yay tall. She got like short, spiky hairs. She looks a little bit young for a ganger, but she's not as young as she appears. But you know, the angels, you know, the jackets with the black and the green, and she should find a desolation angel, and they'll point you towards her if in
Got
need.
it. Thank you.
But problem.
All right, so I go in search of Becky.
All right. So traveling, kind of pushing through the crowd. There's a lot of people here. You do notice eventually a orc, well composed, dressed in the Desolation Angel colors. She's talking to a couple of other angels, you think. It looks like she's giving them instructions. Eventually they kind of nod, and then they turn and start heading in a direction.
Becky?
Oh, no. I'm not Becky. I'm Polly. Yeah, Becky, you're looking for Becky?
Yes. I just met Matt Rath, and he told us we might want to make introductions to Becky.
Friend of Matt, huh? Well, in that case, I suppose I can bring you over to meet with Becky. She's just back here. We have our own sort of area in the back where we've kind of set up shop. So yeah, just what's your name?
I kind of stammer for a second and look at Gertrude and then say, peace.
Peace. Okay. And oh, what's wrong with him?
His mouth mostly.
Oh, I get it. All right. And you are what's?
I'm Gertie. I would wave, but I have my friend here.
Yeah, hands. All right. Well, yeah. So you guys are, and as he starts walking with you, you're sort of new. I guess you haven't been to the vault before.
No, first time.
So new to like Chicago, or just haven't been to the vault before?
New to Chicago.
Oh,
both
okay,
of us.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, this is the vault. It's just a place everyone likes to go. There's the fighting pit, so there's like entertainment. We got the market here, and then this guy, Tate. he just opened a clinic, and it's actually really nice because it's like a community sort of clinic. So he's not. I mean, not that he could charge a lot because people just no one has any money, but he's seeing people. It's actually really good.
That's handy,
And then
especially in the CZ.
yeah, and then we basically kind of contract for guard duty here. So it's the Desolation Angels kind of run security around the pit, make sure nobody really gets out of hand, and there's Becky over there. She points. You see a human, 5 foot, just shy of 5.5 feet, maybe. Short, dark hair. She has the jacket, the Desolation Angels jacket, but it's more of a vest. Her arms are bare. As you continue walking up, go ahead.
Thank you for leading the way, Polly. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, anytime. Just be careful out there, because peace, huh? A lot of times in the zone, peace is never an option.
Well, here's hoping, and I'll ping her my digits too in case if you ever need anything. We're around.
Oh, sure thing. All right. So with that, you do notice that this woman she's kind of looking around. Polly kind of gives her a head nod. She nods back.
Becky, I presume. I'm Peace. This is Gertie. And I look at Kaida over her shoulder and go, and Kaida, I just met Matt Rath, and he told us that we should make our introductions to you here. So very nice to meet you. We're new to town.
Okay. Yeah, Matt said that he was sending somebody over. You'll be
That's us.
doing something for Dr. Tate?
Yes. Sid arranged us to meet him. We're heading there right after meeting you.
So you haven't spoken to him yet?
Have not, no.
Okay. Well, I guess you'd say the main thing that I have to do is just kind of keep an understanding of everything that's going on in our turf, which means keeping an ear to the ground and understanding what the various powers that be are trying to accomplish. So I have an idea of what Tate is wanting you to do, which is fine. What he wants you to do is fine, I'm sure. That said, wherever you go, I have reason to believe that there may be a few relics, artifacts, if you will, of the time before the bug war, if you will. If you could find any sort of old Trid recordings, various people, stuff like that, I'd like to pay you to just kind of bring them back here. I'm thinking I'll give you 500 each for agreeing, and then for every recording you bring back, I'll give you another 500 million. That can be script cred or trade.
That sounds great. We're always looking for leads, so really appreciate it, and I hope if we do good work, this will be a continued partnership in the future.
Sure. Why don't you lay him down on the table real quick?
I will lay him down and say he's definitely got at least a mild concussion.
Yeah. Well, let's see here. Dun, 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 dun. All right. With that, she kind of like holds her hands over him. Seems like she's kind of feeling things out. There's nothing, and then she gets like to the head where he got punched. And then she just focuses for several moments. And Kaida, you wake up with a very, very, very intense headache.
Oh my god. What happened?
That guy really loves his mom.
I muttered to Becky, I go, I really appreciate the thought, but you're going to regret that.
My fucking head. Oh. Did he hit me?
Yeah. Like right in the nose.
Like a truck.
Well, what did you do?
I made sure that you only had a mild concussion.
You didn't hit him back?
No, we're not stupid.
What the world are we in where you don't fight for your friends?
Kaida, all you do is fight with us, and
You're like 8 foot tall, Gertie. You could have thumped that guy and put him on the floor.
Look, I made him feel really bad about his life choices of hitting you.
You wagged your finger at
I did, and he felt bad. He's not going to hit you again.
Well, what did my spirit do?
I don't know. I didn't see it.
Oh, kind spirit, come forth. Reveal yourself to me. What was the repercussion laid down on the man who struck me?
You get a sense that in terms of direct action, your spirit was blocked. It could have attempted to fight, probably would have lost. Upon realizing that it probably would just need to follow your directions anyway, it looked like you were no longer in danger, and so it held back.
Technicalities.
Yes. The spirit is, smarter than you are.
Is the spirit still there, though? He's still hovering.
Yeah, it's still around. It's still like,
okay, thank you, kind spirit, for putting forth the effort.
Maybe if someone had done the astral reconnaissance right, we would have known that.
Oh, no, you're not gonna sass me after watching me get my ass kicked and not doing nothing. That's not what's about to happen today.
Let's see the eyebrow.
My head hurts. You don't get any eyebrows, Satchel. How can I hear Satchel?
You can't.
Oh.
That was Chris. Satchel.
Oh, okay. My bad. I stand corrected. So, rewind.
So, thank you, Becky. That was very kind.
Thank you, Becky.
I'll be in touch, and I make sure she has my digits, and we have a meeting to attend.
And before we leave, I just want to say to you, Becky, with the good hair, thank you. Thank you so much for your healing touch. You did a lot more than she did.
Oh.
Not Gertie.
We're just gonna leave him here. Like,
she kind of gives a little bit of a half smile and nods in acknowledgement. And with that, you guys head to the clinic.
Yes, we do.
All right.
We'll be running a big interference for Kaida, basically making sure nobody is jostling him or like bumping into his shoulders or stuff like that. I'm still concerned about the concussion.
Kaida
Makes
wants
sense.
all smoke right now, though. That's the crazy thing about it.
So the clinic, of course, is down the way. You kind of walk through a long hallway. It's like hastily constructed. Like there was a street here maybe, and then they just kind of put walls. So like the floor is still street. And then it's just like kind of these just corrugated steel walls, and then like just they set down some steel over on top to make a roof. But then the clinic itself, there's a double doors, and it's actually a little bit nicer. It's bright, clean, feels sterile. Nurses are tending some patients that are in some of the stalls that are around. The stalls might have been office cubicles at one time. As you enter, one of the nurses looks up. Yeah, yes, may I help you?
Hi, we were looking for a Dr. Tate.
Do you have an appointment?
He's expecting us, yes.
Okay, one moment. And then she turns, walks not too far down. There's an office, and she kind of pokes her head in, and then you see her nod a little bit, and then she comes back to you. Yes. So the office there, if you please.
We follow.
She goes back to work.
Oh, okay. I'll head on in.
You walk in, and you see Dr. Martin Tate. It is Martin Tate, sitting at his desk, looking over some stuff. When he sees you enter, he stands. Hello. Gertrude. I did not expect to see you. Well, I suppose that's pleasant.
I suppose that's pleasant. That's awkward.
Well, I didn't want to assume. I mean, there could be more than one Dr. Tate in the city of Chicago, probably.
That's logical.
Mm-hmm.
In any case, my name is Dr. Martin Tate, if you will. You can call me Mr. Johnson if that's your preference. I asked Sid to find some talented assets to assist me, and I hope he has fulfilled my expectations. Let's get down to business, shall we? So I am looking to expand the medical facilities further into the zone. Of course, I have a few clinics open already. I believe you called about one a month or so ago, as I recall. I hope everything went well with that visit. But this here at the vault, and we're just trying to do our part for the people of the zone. To do that, however, and to keep the costs affordable to the locals, I do need to procure the necessary space at the bargain basement price, if you will. So, to that end, I'd like you to break into an abandoned office building, extract some data from their systems. I'm willing to pay you 6,000 nuyen and free priority treatment at any of my medical facilities. And that's per team. I was told there would be more than 3, however.
We do. We have 5 total. They're just waiting where it's less crowded.
I suppose I'll have to take your word for it then. So yes, 6,000 nuyen plus a priority treatment at any of my medical facilities. Does this sound amenable to you?
6,000 each?
Yes, quite.
So, you said priority treatment. Is that one time per person, or is that moving?
Yes. one priority treatment per person, free of charge, of course. You're welcome to priority treatment any other time, but there is a cost associated.
Right.
Do we get a discount after that
You
first
get-
time?
What are you suggesting?
Well, I mean, we're doing this for you, and you can tell we're good people, and we're risking life and limb. So it's hard to get medical care from someone that's trustworthy in the CZ. And I've only been here a month, and I can already tell. So maybe we could work out a relationship where we can come back more than once.
Make a negotiation test.
Me?
Yeah, you're negotiating.
Oh my God! I just saw the picture of the doctor. He's a black dude. All I had to do, you would have told me that, I would have gave him the head nod. No negotiation needed. Okay,
Real
I found
shit.
it. None need- Once you get the head nod, fuck. God damn it. Can I
That
try?
sounds
Can I try con instead of negotiation?
no.
Oh,
No.
okay.
All right. I'm gonna roll because it's possible that
Okay.
no. Okay.
No.
So how about this? 6,000, the priority treatment, and we'll see where it goes from there.
All right. As long as you're open.
Indeed. So if that
Try.
sounds, ladies,
I look at Gertrude and say, clearly you have some previous relationship, and Sid's brought us into this as well. My friend here gets a little excited, but you know how dangerous it is out there. So if there's anything more you could throw in, we'd be much appreciated.
I'll allow you to make your negotiation test.
It's almost like the person who has negotiation should do this. I am missing. Oh, there's the characters. I was like, I can see all the NPCs. Where am I?
Rolling dice, rolling dice.
Sorry, guys. I'm slow on this today.
All right. No, not Matt Rath. Martin Tate.
I mean, I'll
It's right there.
negotiate with Nat Rath too. That's okay.
Yeah. You get minuses on that one.
No.
All right. So yeah, but he did get 2 successes. Well, I suppose it will have to come out of Sid's commission, of course, but I think I can elevate that by another 500 million each.
Really appreciate you, and I hope this is the beginning of a long relationship.
As do I. So specifically, what I need you to do is break into the old Trid studio at the corner of West Kimball Avenue and West Addison Street. Used to be called Brilliant Genesis or Chicago Genesis. In any case, once inside, please locate the node, pull any data related to property ownership, and return that.
All right. Any hints on what we should be expecting in terms of security or, you know, roadblocks?
I couldn't say. Um, I've heard that the building itself is abandoned, but um, so are all of the buildings in the zone, and we know that that's not actually true.
Fair enough. Appreciate your transparency.
Hmm. Unless you have any further questions.
I think we're good. Should we? Is there a timeline in terms of when you need this information back by?
We certainly don't plan on occupying and refurbishing the building tonight, if that's what you mean. Within a reasonable timeline.
Very well. All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Tate. I know Gertrude knows where to reach you, or should we report to Sid when we're finished?
You can bring it directly here, actually.
Very
Now
well.
that I think about it.
All right.
Yes.
Ready, friends?
Yeah, I don't have any other questions that I can think of.
Good
All
to
right.
go.
Let's head back to Darcy. Ooh, you know
Alright.
what we should totally do? I just had this thought. Since we treat Darcy like an extra character, we should start negotiating for 6 players or for 6 Shadowrunners.
Good luck with that. You can certainly try. It's me, and Darcy, and then see what they do.
There's 6 of us.
Yes. I can name them all. All right. As you step outside of the clinic, you notice a young girl, mid-teens or so. She's talking to, so she's got her back to you as she's kind of walking slowly backwards, talking to somebody real loudly, like she's yelling towards them. And then she turns around, and you see the young girl from near the shelter where the Desolation Angels stay. Oh, hey, you're the troll with the coffee. I don't remember your name. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm Gertie. It was early.
It was before my coffee.
Mm-hmm. I understand.
What are you doing here?
We had a big fancy meeting. What are you doing here?
I also had a big fancy meeting with Miss Becky, Becky 99, because I'm going to be one of her lieutenants one day, because I'm one of the angels, you know.
I know. That's really neat. We just met her.
She's whiz.
That is a true statement.
Before, like, the angels were really mean, and then she was in charge, and now they're more nice. But unless you try to mess with them.
Well, we
And
don't mess
then,
with them. We give you soy calf.
well, yeah, not you. I mean, anyway, what was I doing? Oh, I was gonna go and see the nurse. Well, okay, it was good to see you, and I will see you later.
Okay. Bye.
And with that, she skips into the clinic.
She seems like a nice girl.
I kind of gesture to the two of them to Kaida and go, see, that's how you make friends.
The sass. It's the sass for me. It's the post-concussion sass. Terminated.
I said it very sweetly.
Subtext.
Okay. Well, with that, you head back towards Darcy. It occurs to you, Etienne,
Yeah.
that you're in this ambulance, if you will, with some comatose individuals, and that the meeting was just held in a clinic less than a block away.
Yeah. It's like, well, I guess I'll wait for it. No, Dumpy. And he calls everyone on the comm, and he's like, hey guys, something just crossed my mind. Are you still having the meeting with
we
the doctor?
just left. We're heading back your way.
Oh, okay. Before you do that, maybe we can bring these people in at the clinic.
Might be a good a spot as any to leave them.
Yeah. And I think Satchel is coming
So
through
that's what we
slowly.
do now. We just leave unconscious people and don't care about unconscious people because unconsciousness is just.
That's what we did
Well,
to
I
the
mean-
security guard. We took him to one of Dr. Tate's clinics.
I'm just saying I feel some
Yeah.
type of way about the way we treat unconscious people in this group. That's all I
I
have to say.
feel
Okay,
you.
I
I
don't.
back you 1,000%, kinda.
I mean, yeah. We've been nice to unconscious people. What's the? I don't understand that. I don't understand that reference. All right.
That first guy wasn't unconscious. He was dying. Okay. And then these people, we talked about just dropping them off to this place and that place. I'm sure there's somebody here.
It's a clinic. Aren't you guys in like an hospital clinic sort of things? They're gonna take
Is there a white noise generator for?
Why does it have to be white noise?
because
Speak it! Kinda lay it down.
I'm feeling some type of way ever since I got knocked out. And I'm not sure if that's the concussion or if that is the lack of
Right.
defense
No,
of me.
you must have gotten hit hard enough that you don't remember you were feeling a certain type of way before that too. So
the
no
white
worries.
noise generator is something that create a static noise. You know, like when the
I know
thread
what
is
a white
growing up.
noise generator is. Tech guy.
Well, look what's in Mount Abacalis.
Darcy Gertrude, are you able to remotely bring Darcy over to the clinic so we can take Etienne's advice?
Actually, no. She's an old school driving kind of girl, but we can head over there. And Kaida, if you would like, I've got some ice packs and I've got some snacks, and you can just kind of relax and feel better. I can't really help you
Thank
now that
you.
they did the magical healing,
Thank
but
you.
I can make you comfy.
That's nice of you, and I feel very appreciative of the assistant that you've handed me ever since my traumatic ordeal. Do you have any green tea in Darcy as well? That calms
don't.
me.
It's hard to make tea in a moving vehicle.
It
if
can
I'm
be
driving
cold
it,
tea. I don't
So
care.
there might be some sweet tea in there.
That's fine. I'm from the South, so.
Me too.
Oh, so you actually make good sweet tea.
Well, yeah.
Of course. Okay. That's how you make friends.
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
Walking through the pit again on your way to Darcy. It's hard not to see Gertrude Just like it's hard not to see any troll in a crowd.
That sounds like the start to a very bad joke.
And as you're walking, you hear somebody, "Hey, you want round 2?"
Oh no!
You see
Why
the-
are you doing this to me, Danny? Why are you doing this?
You see the troll with the
Wait, before we go,
bandana.
before we do this,
Or not troll, he's an
how
orc.
much can I curse before we do this?
This is an R rating show.
Okay, let's go. Let's do it. Bring it on. Oh my lord! How many points do I have if I get hit? let me plan it out this time. Let me. No, I gotta look at my stats before this guy comes.
This dumb.
But it's a character thing, y'all. Like, it's a character thing. He's not gonna back down. That's
Well,
what. And Danny knows this. Danny knows this.
Why?
That's why he's doing this to me. He knows that. He knows I'm not gonna back down.
I mean, I think you have some tools to do something badass, right? You got.
I
some
don't have
nerfs.
no. Like, I have one. I can't take any stun magic, so I can't use it. I can't take any stun, so I can't use any magic. And then all I have is a little pew pew gun. I'm not gonna murder this guy because then I have to deal with her. So
you got a smackdown here that you got. You got
Oh, I
got
do.
nerfs,
Let's
you
go,
know?
motherfucker. Let's do it.
It's pronounced Fragger in the Shadowrun universe. You may remember from when you
with
got
with
that
an
word.
R. With an R.
However, if you haven't noticed, I've been laying the groundwork for moments just like this. I use old school curse words and old school slang. It's a recurring thing. It's been happening in several episodes.
I just hurt my neck with that eye roll.
It's hey, you plan ahead. Plan ahead. There you go. Let's go, Danny. Let's do this.
Okay, so what you want to do here? So I'm gonna teach you how to game the system. All right.
Okay.
You only have 1 stun remaining, right?
Yes.
So if you take 1 stun on your drain, you're just gonna pass out. And
Right.
while winning is good, passing out while doing it is not as good as not passing out while doing it.
Unless you're Dream Gray.
Unless you're Jean Grey. Okay. So what you want to do then is instead of taking stun damage for your damage, your drain damage, you want to convert it to physical damage, which hurts more, but you won't pass out and you'll be able to stand there and look like a badass, right?
Okay.
So what you're going to do is you're going to use a force higher than your magic rating, and then you're going to successes
That didn't
will
make
hit
any
that.
sense. Those last words are
Yeah.
the words that didn't.
So remember your magic rating is 6, right?
You said
That's your magical
I have
power.
to, my magical
magic
power.
rating.
Yes.
Your magic rating is 6. So that's your power, your ability, okay? So when you cast a force, the force is relative also to your magic power. So if you cast up to your magic power and force, that's magic you can handle. You can handle that. You're good at that. You do that. It's not a big deal. So when you take drain, it's just stun. It'll give you a headache. That's the worst that'll happen. But if you raise that force higher than your magic rating, you are now overcasting. You're trying to push power beyond your normal limits, right?
Like my
So
brain
now-
is being stretched beyond its limits.
So now when you take drain, instead of necessarily being stun damage, it could be physical damage. It could be brain hemorrhaging. It can be,
Okay.
it's because you're getting into your own
Gotcha.
stuff. So, but in this case,
But I have to use a
taking 1 or
smackdown to
2
do that.
physical- No, you don't have to use a smackdown to do that. You just need to get the hits to do that.
So as of right now, I know what I want to do, but I kind of want to save it for the audience. I don't want to say what it is, but I want to do something that then once I cast it, I want that to be successful. So then once I've done that, I could then do the things that I want to do to this guy to show him what it's like in Atlanta when you mess with a mage.
In the fucking ATL. Hot
ATL. So I want to cast this spell, and I want the spell to be successful. So I want to use a smackdown on that spell to where it's
So what's
absolutely.
the spell you want to cast first? What's the spell you want to cast first?
Do I tell you the spell, or can I just tell you because I want to surprise, or can I tell you because I haven't used the spell yet? It's a spell, and the drain is only -1 anyway. That's what it says in the little sheet.
That's force -1. So that means whatever force you cast it at, your drain is equal to that force -1. So if you cast a force 12 spell, you're fighting 11
Yes.
drain.
Right. So, but I don't need a cast of force 12 to make it successful if it's a smackdown, right?
So if it's a
So the
smackdown,
smackdown, it's still going to give you the hits, but you're still going to be limited by your limit, which is the force of the spell. So the force still has to be kind of high, because it means you'll get all of them. You'll get your force in hits, but
unless
if you don't get it high enough, they might still be able to avoid it. So you're probably going to want to do like a force 8.
Also, before
Okay.
you kick off your grand thing, I lean over to Gertrude and say, if he passes out again, we're leaving him at the clinic here.
Leave me. That's fine. We'll have a little off mission, a real
I
side
said
mission.
that to Gertrude.
Okay. No. This is Duryea talking. That's not
Okay.
Kaido. All right.
Yeah. So he's
All
kind
right,
of moving forward as you're standing there looking
I'm
at
gonna
him.
try this, and if it blows up in my face, it blows up in my face. Just help me out. Help me make it successful, everybody. Everybody in the chat, help me out too. Help me make it successful. All right. Let's do it.
All right. What is the spell you would like to cast?
No. He was talking shit. What's up? Let him talk shit.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're standing your ground, huh? Oh, I guess you didn't get enough of you didn't get the message. Well, you know what they say. What do you tell an elf with one black eye?
Before you finish that horribly constructed joke, young man, you know that phrase about how you shouldn't bring a fist to a mage fight? And then I cast Control Thought successfully.
At what force?
Force 8.
Okay. There's a chance. No, there's not. There's no chance.
What do you
okay.
mean? You just told me to cast the force.
There's no chance that he can block that. There's no chance.
Okay.
Because he's not smart and willful enough to get 8 hits, no matter even if everything goes. So he kind of like, what? And then
is it my turn?
After you make a drain roll. So go in your character sheet.
Oh my god, my heart is actually pumping right now. I feel like I'm actually in a fight. Okay. Just what am I?
So go to your magic page, the page of your magic page, and then at the top says drain. Just hit that. Yeah.
I see it.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Now
but it's physical, right?
Yeah, just for shits and giggles. Now make a composure test. So that's going to be where your stats are. Okay, where your reaction and all your attributes. There's one in that box called composure. This is going to be so that you don't.
I see it.
Yeah. You just roll that. There you go. Okay. It tense up a little bit. If someone's really looking at you, they might see, that little bit of like push. But other than that, you're good. All right, the spell has gone off. As he's walking, what do you do?
Come here, young man.
And he starts walking over to you.
Then I take his fist, and hold him like this, right? Hold your fist like this, young man. Why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself? And then I make him do it. Why are you hitting yourself, motherfucker?
Okay, so the question is, to that extent, got it. It doesn't take very long, actually, like 3, maybe 4 hits, and like he just starts hitting himself in the face.
Yes.
A lot of people are looking right now.
I'm walking away toward the car.
As he finally kind of falls to the ground unconscious.
Before you go on, Danny, let me get this one.
Everyone is looking at you with this like expression of like a few are backing off. You hear movement from kind of the backside of the area. It sounds like some people are kind of coming over here very quickly, perhaps to secure the situation, if you will.
I'll put a hand on Kaida's shoulder and say, okay, we should go now that everybody has defended their moms.
He ain't say nothing about my mama.
That's because you stopped him from talking. So let's
Exactly.
let's
And
move
then
on.
I walk away.
Okay.
Nobody make any sudden moves. Everything will be cool. He was out of pocket. That's something they used to say in 2022.
All right. And so you step out
Can confirm.
of the vault.
Yes.
Um,
Retribution. Whoever gave me that smackdown, you have made me the happiest I've been since Trump has been in office. So I thank you so much.
all right.
Satchel.
As you return to Darcy, grinning ear to ear, this just beam of white amongst the sea of black that is your face. We're gonna take a break. So we'll see everybody in 10. All right, so back in the van.
So
you guys wheel around and okay, go ahead.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I was going to say that I'm going to wheel around to drop the family off at the front desk, and either I can go in and let the receptionist know, or if somebody else wants to go in to give them the situation.
Sure.
Gertie, I think you have the best mind for what their trauma is, and can best fill them into what their needs are.
Okay.
If you need a hand to carry them, I can help you. With that.
Perhaps we should take Satchel in as well. Has he responded yet?
I don't know. Danny, how is Satchel? Etienne spent all that time with him. Is he? Has he waken up? Is he feeling better?
It's not so much that he passed out.
Yeah,
right?
I get that. He's like shaking back and forth and being absent.
Right. So that's probably subsided a lot of it. There's nothing physically wrong with him.
Yeah.
He's still quiet, probably. I don't know. That's for Chris to decide.
Yeah, I think you okay, bud? You here?
Satchel kind of shakes awake a little bit and is kind of like, I need some time. And he chooses a BTL about, being more assertive in the future. And he just kind of melds into the Seven Samurai BTL that he picked up at FYE.
Yeah, well, I think for now he's okay and he doesn't need the hospital. I don't know. It looks at the slot where he chipped in and shrugged. Do you have rehab in there?
I can certainly ask. That is not the kind of doctor that I am.
I think for now it's been a night. Facing and seeing ghouls it was new to me. We got a job. We don't have a timeline for it. That's quite urgent. I think Our mage needs some rest to heal, and let's just reconvene tomorrow.
He needs rest. Well, like earlier, and he turns to Duryea and he sees his face like, tabarnak! So he can say, Paul, you got punched in the face by a truck, buddy?
I got punched in the face by a dude who punched himself in the face. If that means anything.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Gertie, can we should we do this? You got a stretcher we can bring them out on?
I do.
Let's okay, let's do the thing they do on the Trez, like 1, 2, 3, up.
Hmm. Be very
All right.
careful in case they've got some sort of head injury.
Yeah,
I'll show you.
I'll let you take the head. I'll take the feet.
Hmm.
All right. With that, you wheel them into the clinic. The same nurse from before kind of looks up. Oh, what have we here?
It-
You-
Two
you go
adults
ahead.
and juvenile. 2 adults are unconscious, unknown status at this time, and juvenile has been hit with a trank patch for calming. He was awake, and we tried to keep him in a calm state while transporting.
Oh, okay. What happened?
They were getting picked up by a ghoul and guys in jackets. Fleshmonger, is that what it says in the back? And he goes back through the footage he took from his cyber eyes. Like, yeah.
Oh, that sounds horrible. Okay. Well, we'll take them in. Is there any donation you'd like to leave?
Gertie will send over 500 new yen and her contact information. If there's something else, give me a call.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. We'll see to them and make sure that they're well taken care of. And with that, she calls over several other nurses. They come in, move the patients so that you can take your stuff back and move deeper into the clinic.
All right. We go get back to the van, and Sienna's gonna say, I agree that maybe if everyone needs rest, we can reconvene in the morning.
I think that's best. We'll start again fresh. Flea just kind of looks really defeated.
All right. So with that, Gertrude, where are you headed first?
Who is, well, I guess the question is, so everybody wants to go to their own residences, I assume?
I mean, you're all welcome back on the turf near my garage if needed, but if not,
Well, Kaida, you're close to there now already, right? That's where you
Yeah.
are. So we'll just go drop folks off as in the closest to the farthest.
I'll go back to the house with Etienne.
and I think Satchel, my buddy here, is near the Makers Collective, if I remember correctly. He's also muted. That's
Thought he was talking. It was only in his head.
yes.
Oh yeah. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, Satchel lives near the Makers Collectives. Yes.
Okay.
All right. So probably, excuse me, probably the best way is to start by heading to the garage where Etienne is, because that's still in the zone. And then for Gertrude, next would be dropping off Flea and then dropping off Satchel.
I said I was going to Etienne's garage, the boarding house for the night.
Okay,
There's nothing I need to get at home, so
that's easier for Gertrude because she can just drop them off and then head out the zone, drop off Satchel, and then turn in. So with that, arriving at the area where the Desolation Angels kind of have set up a little community, happens without incident. It's just a few blocks away, actually. And with that, the three of you hop out to your respective places. And Gertrude and Satchel are now heading north out of the containment zone.
Hey, what happened?
Which part?
Yes.
There was a job offer, there was a fight, there was a healing, then there was a job and a cool negotiation because I'm terrible at that. And then there was another fight, and then I'm taking you home. That's what happened.
How's the kid?
They're okay. I dropped them off at the clinic and gave a donation to help with their care. And they've got my my comm code if they need anything else from me.
How much did you give them?
500 to start with. They didn't look too banged up, so
I send Gertrude 1,500.
well, you didn't need to do all that. It's just medical courtesy to help with medical supplies.
I appreciate it all the same.
Okay. Well, thank you. That's very sweet of you.
Yeah. And Satchel kind of like leans back in his chair and is kind of just kind of out of it. And where's everybody else? Is everybody else okay?
Yeah, everybody else is okay. They got dropped off. They were closer to where we were, so I'm going to take you home for the evening. We're going to rest up and then reconvene in the morning to talk about the job that we got. Actually, we got 2 jobs, 1.5. I'm not really sure how that works out, but anyway, there are some things where we can make some money. So I will come by and pick you up in the morning if you want.
I'd like that. And
You want to be okay by yourself tonight?
I'm always okay. And he kind of steps out of the van as they pull up and thanks Gertrude for getting him safely and not giving him panic attacks, like slushing around in the snow. And he goes in for the night. I'll see you in the morning.
Okay.
All right. Meanwhile, back at the garage, the three of you have stepped out. Where are the three of you headed?
I'm going home. I need to be in my own space and meditate. I'm feeling a lot of emotions right now, and I don't want to get into old mindsets.
I'm headed into the girls' area and
The shelter?
Yeah, and just
San's gonna walk with her to bring her to the door at least to check her in as someone who's with him.
What a gentleman.
Right. Of course.
As you approach the 2 angels who you recognize, the 2 of them that are kind of out front tonight. One of them is the orc that gave you a ride up to the pizzeria. And the other one is the hobgoblin, you think she is, that's generally kind of been hanging out around here. And as you're approaching, they kind of, especially the hobgoblin Talon, kind of gives a little bit of a hard look to Etienne. But she doesn't do anything. You guys have been around long enough that she knows you know the rules, and
Mm-hmm.
Kaisi kind of looks up and hi, um, are you staying here again tonight?
Yes, please.
Okay. Well, you know the drill. So, just here, let me help you get some stuff. And then she walks in with you to get you all set up outside. Talon looks over at Etienne.
It's in
Rough day?
apparently not too bad, but rougher for some than others.
Meh. That's the way it is, right?
Yeah. You guys doing okay in there? Any plumbing fix needed or powers doing okay?
Nah, everything in the shelter's good.
Good.
Most things are working out. You might want to check in the clubhouse. I think there's just somebody got like a bulletin board or something, and I don't know why we need something like that, but I guess they found it still in the box. Weird, and so they want to put it up. So
Yeah. Okay.
I guess just that. But okay, all right. Well,
Well, good to
have
see
a
you.
yeah, okay. And then she just watches Etienne walk off. Inside, um, you okay? She says to Flea.
Yeah, just difficult day.
Yeah, those happen around here too. It's the zone, right?
It's life. We're just all trying to survive.
Yeah, tell me about it. I think sometimes of like what it's like to like not live in the zone. It's really hard to imagine. Um, yeah, I've lived here all my life, and like sometimes I see like old trids and stuff, and it really looks like a different sort of world, like where people are they live in like really nice buildings and everything's just really nice, and they always have enough food to eat. And I just wonder if like that just never feels true to me. Um,
I think you're starving in some way or other, no matter what lifestyle you have. Those people living in the houses that are nice and fancy and comfortable, they're also owned by the corpse. Um, so at least we have more freedom here. It's a way to think of it.
yeah, I guess I don't know. Um, is it so bad if like you know the corporations or whatever it is, that maybe you don't have all your freedom, but you're not like starving, or like your kids aren't dying, or you're not getting attacked by monsters all the time. Um,
You choose
See,
your own.
I think I might trade for that.
It's not impossible to choose your own destiny in that way. Your own what you're willing to sacrifice and what you're not. We don't all have a choice of returning to the corpse, but we can try to make it a little easier on each other. And I'll ping her 200 new yen.
Oh, I nah, that's fine. Um, she actually refuses the transaction. We're okay. I'm okay. Maybe some of the other ladies here might could use that um, more so than me. I've got my sisters. The angels. It's a good thing, for what it is.
Well, would you do
But
me a favor and hand it out to those who do need it? I might not be around enough to get to know which ones need it more, and I'll ping her back 1,000 instead.
Oh wow. Jeez. I'll just put it into into the pot to fix things up, and there's always stuff that needs done around here, so I'll just make sure it gets into that for everyone.
Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
thanks.
I hope things. I hope tomorrow's a better day for you.
The sun rises, the sun sets. So, but you look like you got everything you need here, and you know where we are, right out front. So good night, and we're here. I'm here, I guess.
What was your name?
Kaizi.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. Flea.
Flea. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Have a good night. And we'll see you later, I guess. All right. And she leaves you to your devices.
I'm gonna try to meditate with and commune with that that light that my Shifu taught me to find, and I have difficulty with that tonight. I get frustrated and stop meditating and go to sleep.
All right. Kaida. Head back to the house. You sense the presence of the spirit of water, just kind of nearby. You don't see it. They don't really like even manifesting on the material plane. There's also just kind of like this idea of being around, even on the astral side. Just the presence is there. You kind of notice it.
Spirit. Oh, pleasant spirit, whose wise wisdom could have saved me from my own tongue. Thank you for watching over me and my friends. I know it is time for you to depart, but I guess I'll share a little bit because Kaida likes to talk to the spirit. That's how he gets down. This has been the closest thing that I've ever had to a family. So I was hurt that they didn't defend my honor today. But maybe they just don't get down like we get down in A-Town. I'm not really sure. However, the sun falls and you depart. And I give him a parting gesture.
I like how you parted just like an air hug. Like
it's just yes. I'm a mage. So
yeah.
I do this, and I as the sun, I'm assuming that the sun's falling. I feel his presence drift. I guess if the GM says I do. Okay.
You do.
And then after that, the Desolation Angels are here, right? Aren't they?
Yeah, in the neighborhood. So they have a clubhouse over there that several of them are at, and then of course some of them are always posted at the shelter.
That girl who was talking to me earlier was a Desolation Angel, wasn't she?
The green-haired one that was trying to talk to you, and then you were like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Was that Talon? It wasn't Talon.
No, that was Syntha.
I don't know Syntha.
She was with Talon that day.
But I talked to Talon. I didn't know Syntha.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to go there first. I want to go to talk to the Desolation Angels. Okay.
Yeah, you head over there. Etienne has left by now, and Kaizi's inside with Flea at this point. So you're walking up, and Talon looks kind of over at you and like, the furry's back.
Talon, I told you I didn't like that. I didn't like to be called the furry. I don't know why you keep doing that.
I don't think you should tell people what you don't like to be called, because then they might call you it.
Oh, this is your way of. Are you flirting with me, Talon? Is that what this is? Because if that's what this is, it's okay. I'm just kidding. So I have a question, Talon.
I'm sure. What's up?
I think one of your girls was at the what's that place called? I was gonna call it the Fight Club, but
The Vault?
yeah, the Vault. I was having a bad day, and I kind of was snippy with her because I was paranoid. So when you see her, tell her I apologize.
Who?
The one with the green hair.
Cyntha? She's a bitch.
Yeah, I
Don't
thought
worry
so
about her.
too. I don't know. I got that vibe, so it wasn't just me.
Yeah, she's been like, she's had her panties in a knot since Becky took over.
Why?
I don't know. It's, like, it's the zone, right? Like, get loud, fuck shit up, and when Becky took over, she was just kind of like, she kind of toned things down a bit, I guess, but which is fine. It's fine. I feel, I mean, I prefer a little more action myself, but I guess we're doing good direct here, with community and stuff. But
Well,
yeah, I guess it don't sit right with Cyntha.
let me tell you a
We
little.
used to.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Nah, I was just mumbling.
Oh, well, let me tell you a little backstory about gangs. Originally, gangs were neighborhood watch. They were created to protect their neighborhoods. I watched that on an old podcast thingy from back when they did that in 2020. But so I guess what you're doing is positive. I like to have a balance in my life. So sometimes I like to fuck shit up too. But then you got to go meditate. And then you're all good. So the Cyntha girl, maybe that's why she's off her rocker a little bit, because new girl comes in. But I love what's her name? Becky. I remember it because there's a song that talks about Becky. But that's an old song too.
Oh, I hadn't heard it.
Becky with the good hair?
Becky with the good hair?
Yeah.
Like, what is that like?
It's one of those old, what's her name? Beyonce. Yes, you remember her. She's older, like back when they used to do no, just me. Huh.
That's like classic music, huh?
Yeah, you don't like classic music?
It's okay. I mean, like, there's not enough going on in it for me, and it just like it
Oh
sounds
yeah,
old, because they
that's
don't
back
have
when
like,
music was real music. That crap they're making today.
I mean, I get down with it. A little bit of trog rock here and there never hurt nobody.
I mean, if that's what floats your boat, I'm not judging. Look at us having a conversation. We're friends, right? Some people think I don't know how to make friends.
I mean, you're kind of awkward.
I've been told that. I've been told that.
Yeah.
But it's an
But
awkward
I mean,
that's charming? No.
if you say so, sure. Yeah. I mean, you're kind of harmless, really, when it comes down to it. I guess is like you're
Is
not
that
like an
shade?
asshole. What?
Oh, shade. Are you shading me right now, Talon?
No, I'm just
No.
saying, like you just kind of like, you're mostly like upfront, I guess. Like,
Okay.
whatever's going on in your head is what's going on like outside. Like that's what we see. So it's kind of thing, right?
Is
Like
that
if you're like,
abnormal?
I don't know. That's kind of how we do, right? Like, but we're in the streets. Like, you're trying to do some like shadow running stuff. I don't know. There's it's a different kind of life, I guess. I don't know. I don't know
But
what it
see,
is.
I was raised on the streets. I don't understand the difference. This is the first time I've Shadowrun in my life. Running with these people, they're like, "Oh no, I got in a fight today. I got knocked out, and guess what? My team didn't do a thing."
That's kind of fragged.
That's what I said, and everybody looked at me like I was crazy.
I mean,
I'm glad we had this conversation.
like it was like a gunfight or something, and like, wait, so what happened?
Well, I was on edge, right? Because I felt like we were walking into a trap, but I guess it wasn't. But either way, that's not here nor there. So as soon as we walk into this place, somebody accosted me vocally, and then my team didn't say they didn't have my back. So we continued. Then another dude walks up to a girl in our team and asks her if she wants to fight. She says no. So then he looks at me and asks me if I want to fight. And I'm from Atlanta. So I said the only logical thing to say. And I might have added something about his mom, but that's not relevant. And then he punched me
Is
out
that
of
not what
nowhere.
happens? Is that not what happens in Atlanta though? If like you say a thing, do they not punch you?
Well, it wasn't the proper etiquette because he approached we're all about Southern hospitality. You don't walk up to a woman and ask her to fight. That's not cool. Not cool.
Why not?
Well,
I mean, I'll fight you right now.
yes.
I mean,
and I would let you fight me because I'm from the
okay,
South.
but you just said like you don't go up to women and fight them.
I don't. You would just be fighting me.
I'm confused. So is it because she's a woman, or is it because
It's a chivalry thing. That's a classic. It's just, it's a chivalry. I don't know how to explain it. You're from Chicago. Y'all do it different up here. Before I'm from, a woman, you open the door and you curtsy, and then sweet tea actually is sweet. You go too far north, and you go to restaurants in northern places, they don't even offer it as an option. It's just unsweetened tea. Who does that?
they got that stuff in the cans is sweet.
No, that's blasphemy. Tea in a can?
Yeah, they put sugar in it, right? And it's sweet.
One day I'm gonna have to cook you a good home meal just because you're so awesome. And you just helped me work out a lot of things. I was feeling guilty. I was feeling like my team didn't have my back, but apparently y'all just do stuff differently up here. So, but I mean, did you think they should have had my back though? After the guy punched me, they should have kicked his ass.
I don't know. Like, what did you do after he punched you?
I went to sleep.
So you're at the vault,
Yes.
and some asshole comes up trying to start some shit.
Yes.
And then he punched you, and no shade, but he knocked you out in one hit.
Yes.
Okay.
But it was a sucker punch.
Okay, like no judgment. So, and you were with ladies who should be chivalried.
Yes.
So then they was like that other guy there, the one with the cane?
No, he wasn't. If he was there, whew,
Maybe. What about the guy from the garage, Etienne?
he was watching
is he
videos
there?
or something somewhere, fixing something or tinkering with some electronics.
So you got knocked out and they just took you out of there.
That's it. Don't do
I
it. Don't
mean,
side with them. Don't side
I
with them.
mean,
Don't break my heart. Don't break my heart.
I just be like thinking about like how I was gonna come back at him, you know? Like, cause you can't like, all right, look, if you sucker punch me,
Yeah.
I'm gonna frag you up. Not at the moment if you knock me out in one hit, but I'm gonna frag you up, right? But maybe not now, maybe later. And it sounds like you were with the ladies. I mean, I don't know. Gertrude's a troll and all, but I don't really feel like she's one to like rumble. And that, I mean, that elf's like what, like a face or something?
But the elf, she's got these ninja hands. I've seen them. I saw it. I didn't tell them, but I was like faking asleep when she came in and like paralyzed this dude. Like, she could have dropped that dude quickly. But then when I woke up, she was mad at me.
Well, I don't know why she'd be mad at you. I guess but
I'm awesome. I don't know why she's mad at me either.
I kind of want to see her ninja moves now.
Oh,
To be
dude,
honest.
so awesome. They were epic. But here's the thing. When I was leaving, after your girl got me all good, Becky, she helped me out. The dude comes up to me again. So this is what I do. I cast control thought on the dude, and I made him knock himself out.
So like you took over his brain and you made him knock himself out.
Is that a bad thing?
I mean, I guess it means you can mess with people's brains.
I wouldn't just do that all willy-nilly. That's rude.
Yeah, but do I really know that? Do people really know that?
The dude knocked me out. He won the fight. He won. I was out, and I was leaving. Then he came back. That's bullying. I'm smaller than
I
him.
guess.
You're really just gonna.
I guess. I'm not saying no. I said I guess.
Do I seem like the
right?
kind of guy that would just go around taking people's brains over?
I don't really know what that looks like. So no, I guess no. No, sure, no.
Thank you. Thank you. You just said I was unassuming. I'm harmless. So, and I saw that shade. I see it, but fine. If you want to judge me, that's fine. I'm going to go. It was
All right,
nice talking to you. I'll see you around. If you see Cyntha, tell her I apologize. I had a long day.
Okay, sure. All right. And then Kaida steps into the night. All right, well. Is anyone doing anything besides sleeping?
And starting that bulletin board.
Okay. You install the bulletin board without any trouble.
Yes.
I'm wiping out Darcy. There have been a lot of people in and out of the back of that van in the last day, and restocking supplies, that sort of thing.
Okay. I need a body ×2 roll from Kaida. So body, and then it's going to ask you for the skill, and it's body again.
You're ealing, buddy. That's what you're doing.
Oh, damn it. Damn it.
Does that include wound penalty? That would be weird that it include wound penalty on top of trying to heal those wounds.
So I am going to say it should not. So go ahead and 3 + 3 + 3 + -3. Got it. Okay, yeah. That's why it got a 0. So turn off the wound penalty at the top of your sheet where it says wounds and it's on.
Do it again.
So on your sheet, yeah, turn off the wounds and then do it. I mean, I guess it's better. All right, now turn the wounds back on.
Yeah, I mean, okay, now turn it
All
back on.
Yeah, now you gotta turn it back on, so like later. But you know, you're down 1. That's fine. You're good. I said, all right. So the next day, Gertrude drives out, picks up folks. Is there anything anyone's wanting to do? Are you wanting to pick anything up from the Maker Market, Maker Collective there, Chris? Is there anything Satchel's trying to get?
Satchel is trying to he's trying to find he's going back to the FYE and trying to find more BTLs to keep his sanity in order.
Okay, yep. Those are available. Standard BTLs are available, so that doesn't take you much time, any longer than it would take for us to browse through Netflix and see what we haven't seen yet, I guess.
Which isn't
Gertrude,
much.
yeah, which isn't much at this point. Gertrude does pick you up, and you head back into the containment zone. And it's not very long before you arrive back at the area that the Desolation Angels have staked out as their own. Is everybody up and out, or?
Yeah. Well, Etienne is, and he brought coffee to the boarding house for peace and the guardians, and then went back to his garage.
All right. And for Flea?
In the morning, I feel a little bit better. I do my meditation and I head down to meet Etienne and wait for Flea's arrival.
Okay. And then Kaida, anything special you're doing, or just headed over?
Yeah, headed over to wait for the team.
All right.
I mean, I'm not. This is just me asking. So that's all. My health has changed since
By
yesterday.
1, yeah. Yeah.
Even my stun.
From my recollection, so you can't recover stun until you've recovered the physical. I may be wrong, and if I'm wrong, chat
I
will
thought you just said I had to sleep.
Normally, when you don't have a lot of physical damage, but you do.
Okay.
That said, when the time comes to get into it, Stim Patch will bring you back most of that.
But you told me a Stim Patch is worse because it's gonna take all of it back. But then, and I only have 1 stun, so it's gonna be like 0 stun.
You take the Stim Patch right before combat, and then
pass out.
And then once combat and the mission is done, you're gonna pass out. Because the mission shouldn't take more than an hour once we get down to business.
Okay.
But at least Etienne is there at the garage waiting for you with a cup of soy calf, so there you go, bud.
Yeah. All right. So with that, everyone piles into Darcy and makes their way to
before we start, as soon as we get there, or we all get into Darcy, I think we need to talk about yesterday. I think we need to set some expectations for moving forward.
What do you think we need to talk about?
Well, I don't know how much you were filled in. Are you feeling better, by the way, Satchel?
I'm doing all right. What's going on?
So I just want to give my perspective here on yesterday, and then feel free to weigh in. But I came to the collective. I had a job. We butted heads last time, but it's been a month, and we're all new to this, and we're all trying to survive in a new place. We're all new to Chicago. So I brought us together again. We all need the money, right? We all need the new yen. Because we're new, we don't have much of a reputation yet. So it's going to take us a while to find jobs. We want to build up good relationships with the people and the places that we're going to be encountering regularly, so that we have a reputation of being efficient and professional and easy to work with. We aren't street gangers. We aren't wild cards. We are professionals. We are shadow runners. I feel on the past 2 missions that we've shared together, and not even 2 missions, 1 mission and 1 meeting with a fixer, that our reputation has been put at stake several times. I don't want to start a war. I don't want to start a fight. I'm tired of arguing. I just want to get us paid and keep us alive. Those are my 2 goals. And if we can't handle building our reputation professionally as a group, then we may need to separate. We talked about this last time as well. But we can't go in places and start fights for no reason. We can't. We like I said, we're professionals. We have to behave professionally.
Who started a fight for no reason?
I would argue, Kaida, that this orc yesterday was looking for people to fight in the ring at a fighting pit. We went to a boxing ring fighting pit. He was looking for someone to spar with.
Okay.
And you insulted his mother.
I didn't insult his mother. I called her thin.
Well, that's not the way he
That's
put
kind
it.
of not a compliment for orcs.
It's not. It
trolls.
wasn't an insult, for 1. For 2, I didn't hit anybody. For 3, I didn't cast any magic on the guy. For 4, he asked her first. I was defending our team, which is something that maybe some people on our team should try out for size.
In counter argument to that, there was nothing to defend. The team was safe. The team was fine. That guy was just looking for fighters for the show.
But that's not how I interpreted it. Either way, I didn't escalate it to violence. He did. And then after he did that, and I woke up, did I go looking for him? No. I didn't go seek out the dude. He came back at me. And you clearly weren't going to defend me. So I used what I use, which is magic. I protected myself.
Why couldn't you let it go? Why did you have to?
He was coming toward me.
He just shouted something at you. That was it.
I'm sorry. Right. A big man who's already knocked me out once is shouting at me, and you think he's just going to shout and that's going to be it? He's already not. Like, the thing about it is, you're talking about our reputation. Our reputation is also that you can fuck somebody up on our team and there's no repercussions.
Yeah, that comes with completing good jobs.
However, if you go to the Desolation Angels, you're not going to roll up on not one of them
Yeah, but we're
What-
not trying to start a street gang here. We're trying to be
It's not about a street gang. It's cohesion. The thing is, you got on Satchel about it when he did it. But I will say this, at least when he cut that guy in half, he was doing it to protect a teammate. And that was when we didn't even know each other.
When we roll together, we come back together.
If it was any other
Piece
way,
two.
I'm protect, and that's just the way I grew up. You know, if you have family, you stick up for your family, right or wrong.
Well, here's
And
the thing. That's not the way we all grew up. And knowing that about you, that's helpful. But the expectation moving forward is we're not going to start shit when we're here to do a job.
I didn't start anything. He walked up to us,
I disagree.
and I disagree as well. He walked up to us. I responded to him. I didn't say nothing to him till he spoke to me. He started talking to me about fighting, and I told him, "Yeah, I'll fight you." He said, "Someone's mom." Say, "Yeah, your mom." He hit me. Okay, I got knocked out. Then he came back, and I defended myself because no one else would.
He asked to
And-
fight. He
and
asked to fight.
Went either way. Even if I caused him to punch me in the face, even if I look, let's say that I'll accept the blame for him punching me in the face. But when he came back, I'm not going to take any blame for that. I did what I had to do.
I will say that there were two of us there, and he was just blustering, but that I was ready to step in on your behalf, as I am much bigger than he is. And it is not my default mode to start a fight.
Which
I
I
will.
know.
I will take care of it if it comes down to it. And if we're going to be a team, then we should be able to trust each other. And you should have been able to trust that Peace and I could step in on your behalf. The first time it happened very quickly, and where I come from, when you start to get into altercations like that, it doesn't end well for me and my people. So removing us from the situation, in my view, prevented some sort of all-out brawl where there are no rules and where we get kicked out from security and we never get another job with any of those people ever again, which is why I removed you from the situation. You were already badly hurt. Nothing was going to be gained from us knocking this guy out, except maybe making more people upset.
I'm not upset that you guys didn't defend me. Like she said, we grew up differently. And I knew that before I said anything to the guy, because you had just told him, you literally said out of your mouth, I'm not that type of person. I'd rather heal people than to harm them. So why would I then expect you? Which is why when I woke up, I was mad at her, not you, because I've seen her use her hands to put somebody down, and I've never seen you do it. So I was like, where was your little, where was it at? And it wasn't there. And then in addition to that, she was mad at me. She said I could defend myself as long as I didn't kill anybody. And that, like, the guy's not dead. I just punched him in his face. If you're upset with me, I get it. I didn't handle the situation the best. I don't work on teams. But I don't think it's fair to expect me to not take care of myself in a group where we're all trying to. If the guy didn't come after me, there wouldn't have been a second half of that fight. I can take an L. I grew up on the streets. I grew up on the streets. If you get your ass kicked, you just you take that shit and then you move on.
Haida, I'm more worried about the first half of the fight. That is what I don't support. The second part of the fight, all right, he's coming back at you. You want to prove that you're not a pushover. Fine.
It's not about proving. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
It's not about
finish,
proving.
please. Can I finish saying what I was saying? My concern is that in front of a large group of people, like I don't use this word loosely. You mind raped someone.
But you just said the problem wasn't the second half of the fight; it was the first.
Well, the first.
And now you're pointing out a problem about the second half of the fight.
My gosh. I can't. Gertrude, Etienne, please. I'm done.
Listen, man, I wasn't there. I don't know. I think the consensus is before we walk into like a meeting, we even if someone throws shade, maybe we can duck and take it on the back a little bit. So we get in, we talk to the guy, and we go out. Mind rape? I don't know what that is. I don't want to know. Please don't do it in front of people or to us.
Please.
But in addressing your concern, when we're in the field together, you never have to worry. I'm pretty sure everybody here has your back. When like a guy showed up talking loud, and you decide to step up and talk about his mother, well, at that point, it depends on the situation. I think Gertrude had a good read of the situation on that, about removing you from the situation. Yeah, that's about it. Let's just try and do our best in the future to be on the lookout for shit that doesn't need to be started. And mind rape, I don't. That thing's bug me a little, but it's fine.
I understand what you're saying. I just feel like there's this much hypocrisy happening. Because I sat and watched a person telling me about mind rape. I sat and watched them creep into a room with syringes, no less, inject a man who was asleep.
What are you talking
and
about?
then when
Listen.
he was, oh, that's right, you were in the garage because you sleep in the garage. This was what happened between.
Yeah, that's where I live.
This is what happened between Satchel and I was asleep. I was pretending to be asleep, but I saw it. I watched it with my own eyes.
Listen, I don't want to.
Well, listen, I'm going to tell you. I'm telling you.
I don't care. I don't care. We got a job to do. Listen,
I didn't start. Look, if we're going to have the conversation, we're going to have the conversation.
The thing I'm concerned with is Kaida is a loose cannon at this point, and he won't listen. So
Kaida's not a loose cannon.
I don't want to run with him right now. I think you sit this job out.
Sleep with one eye open.
This is getting too complicated for something that's supposed to be an in and out job. Come on, people. We got hired to go and get some data about we do what we're paid for.
I got hired. I was contacted. I put this team together.
I guess you did, Captain. But I'm not. I don't know I don't know the specifics. I just want to get to work. I understand that there's been problem. But what
Kaida,
is?
Maybe you and I can resolve this on another day, but we have work to do, and I'm sorry you are not invited on this mission.
Do you have snacks?
But why would I want to work with someone? Why would I want to work with someone who is that's fine. I don't want to be a part of this team.
All right.
All right.
Have a good day.
Good night.
Wait, what do we do if there's magic shit going on back there?
Magic shit is always a risk, and it's hard to come by mages, but what are we supposed to do? We have a job to do, and all he does is fight us constantly.
I mean...
So let's go.
And so with that, Kaida does step out of the vehicle, and Darcy leaves. Go ahead, Gertrude.
I was going to say, I'm not really that kind of doctor, but just from hearing him talk about his upbringing, as someone also from the Atlanta area, I can understand his need, his default mode for survival, and that doesn't make it better. But I can understand maybe a little bit more where he's coming from. I don't know if maybe there's a solution that we be able to talk about options before we get into specific scenarios. I'm not really good at that kind of stuff.
I genuinely came this morning wanting to understand his perspective, and he talked over me. He ignored the reason of professionalism. Like I just it's a constant turning us into the enemy when we just need to be professional. We just have jobs to do. That's it. I don't know why this has to be complicated at every turn. He fought with the girl we were walking in with. He fights us constantly. And Satchel, you were defending him, but last night he was on you until you couldn't speak anymore. And that's...
Well,
I'm not saying we won't work with him. It's too much of a risk. I don't want to die because he's busy arguing with us.
well, if arguing was a reason to be off the team, like we had everybody but Gertrude would be off the team by now. Just saying. So when he says that there's a little bit of a hypocrisy, I can kind of resonate with him, considering you did inject me in my sleep.
I did, but I didn't do it publicly where everyone could see it and see what we have and what we do and what we are.
I mean,
Anyway, is everyone here
it's neither here nor there. But he's gone now. He'll come back if he can, or we'll find someone else. Like, we met each other a month ago, but we only spent like 15 minutes together in total. We'll be okay.
All right.
He's a grown man.
Let's get to work then. Etienne, what do you know about it's a Trid studio, Brilliant Genesis or Chicago Genesis. It's Gertrude, did you get the address?
He said it was the corner of West Kimball and West Addison, I think.
Off the top of my head, since I'm not a local, nothing, but I can do some research as usual.
Thank you.
Okay. And he's gonna pass out and do some searching on the place.
All right, give us that matrix search as you are driving about.
Well, that's one hit.
All right, so with your big one hit, it is, as far as you can tell, a former Trid company. So they made Trids back then, back before 2055. So local movie studio for all intents and purposes.
Okay. So that's it. That's what he tells you. Like, well, former Trid company is not much I can find. It's probably half destroyed and broken down by now.
Yeah, probably.
Do you have the specific address?
Yeah. Do I?
With
It's
your
literally the corner is right where it's at. So
Oh, okay.
So like, yeah, he gives you like the
I-
street address, but then that puts it right on that corner.
All right, so we're supposed to go in and get some data. And the other thing, I don't know if y'all heard that Becky99 was asking about old Trids.
Well, yeah, that'd be the kind of thing she would she would
Uh,
enjoy.
So she
Becky
said
999.
that is her name that she wishes to be called.
Yeah, that's
That's all I got.
you
I
know,
didn't
our
ask.
street name and stuff. Apparently, it's a thing here.
What's the other 98 Becky's?
Maybe she is the 99th because she is the best Becky. I don't know.
Does she have the good hair?
That are pretty cool.
I mean, it was pretty cool.
Becky with the good hair.
Yeah, so she said she'd give us 500 new yen each for the old trids if we came across any. So I figure if we're going to a trid place where they made them, they might have some there. I don't know where else you find them.
Yeah.
What's a trid?
You know, like the movies that they show in 3D. Yeah, it's Thomas is going to tell that to Chris in Shadowrun. They movies are in 3 dimensions, so they call it 3DOs or trids.
Gotcha.
Instead of video, which is which is 2, right? 2. No, wait, that's not what it's called.
I don't. Yes.
All right.
About
yeah, so just a former trid company. Anybody else trying to figure anything out?
Don't know. I don't think I have anything else on my part, but if someone else has knowledge that would be relevant, or
What about any leftover blueprints or schematics of the building?
Yeah, so he's not going to be able to find anything else over the matrix. What he is what you can do is if there's anyone you want to call and ask about it, or if there's any knowledge skills that anyone wants to check out and roll.
We suck at Chicago knowledge skills.
and I mean, yeah, there's La Princesse, Quantum. She hired us last time. She knows Matrix and stuff. Maybe trids. Maybe she know a few trid pirates that know about the place.
Do we need the mage?
What was
I
that?
don't know.
Do we need the mage?
I don't think.
I mean, a sensing would be pretty helpful right about now, wouldn't it?
It's too early for that. It's not helpful until we're there.
I mean, I'm just saying. Like, maybe we should go find him.
And we did just make some ghouls mad at us, possibly, by stealing their lunch.
This is true.
Oh shit! I haven't thought about that.
Can we finish our research?
Can we?
Yeah, maybe.
I'm just asking.
If we take a little bit of time, I'm gonna need some time to call her, and if like she needs to, and maybe y'all could give yourself some time to chill out and calm down a little bit. Let the steam go down for him and for us. I
sleep the whole time. I'm not necessarily upset, but I just think he has abilities that we don't have.
Yeah, old buildings are spooky and shit. No
Okay.
problem.
So, are you going to call anyone?
Yeah. Well, Etienne is going to go straight up VR and contact Quantum Princess, so they can have a Matrix meeting.
Okay, that makes sense to me.
Guys, and he sends a message to everyone. Guys, I'm available in the Matrix. You don't hesitate to contact me or send me anything you found, or let me know the decisions that have been taken while I do this.
Peace, did you get Becky 99's information?
I did. And I believe Etienne has it because he seemed to know her.
Oh yeah, I had a thought that, and maybe it's not a great thought. I don't know, but since she's into the trids and the old trids, that maybe she might know about production company stuff. Like people like directors and stuff, right?
Good idea. Maybe. Who knows? I I mean, this place, I think, has been abandoned for so long that it might not be relevant to this location in terms of directors and stuff. But
Or like she might have gone to the studio or like something, like that.
in the days before the bombing, who knows? It's worth a shot.
All right.
Etienne.
So who wants to call who first?
Well, there was mention of Becky. If he, Etienne is going to ask before he goes on with Quantum Princess if they want him to call her so he can put them in contact. Gertrude or Peace, you want to talk to Becky, you said?
You know Becky better, right? So maybe you should reach out to her.
Yeah. So you wanted to know about directors and
Or if she has any leads on, location, the area of Chicago, if there's anything special creeping around there we need to know about, or if it's got or layout or any information would be helpful.
Like if it's a place where you might go on a studio tour or something like that, if that makes sense. It's a weird idea.
Well, it's closed because it's abandoned.
Right, I meant before.
Ah, okay.
not. I think that's all the kind of things that I could ask Princess. She's the Matrix master, and if it's old information like that, might be more. Or I think Becky is more trying to find merch to sell and to do stuff with. I'm not sure she's much aware of. Well, if she sent you there, I can send her a ping asking if she knows anything about the location, and then I'll get on with Princess.
Okie doke. All right. So yeah. But given that we are now at 9:55 Central, the continuing discussions about the legwork will have to take place next time. And with that, we are going to close for the evening. A lot of drama, a lot of personalities. We'll see what happens next week. Please join us again, and we will make our way into Chicago Genesis and find out what lies therein. Thanks everybody for joining us. Really glad to have had everybody, and we really appreciate everyone that tunes in and watches, and we'll see you next week.